Hello, and welcome to Paranormal World Investigators Research Division, shortened PWIRD. I'm a practicing White Witch and Shaman, and I have been investigating for over 20 years. This channel is made to talk about all things paranormal, supernatural, of the occult, demonic information, UFOs, and much more of the strange and the unknown. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell to see more of this channel. And we will see you very soon. Thank you. Hello guys, and welcome to Saturday's show going into Sunday. I am Sherry, known as Willow, for my witchcraft. So today I am premiering my first video that me and Sister Drew done, which was to do with doing some rituals and of healing and good health for the fam and for the world. We've done this on the Bold and Bonkers show that we've been dedicated to by Chris and Dakota, and I am going to be sharing the first video that we have done with them. The second video that we've done this Friday will be put as a premiere like this one in the week, so please keep your eyes out for that, and I will post out to let you guys know that I will be doing that. So I'm going to be sharing the video from the first Friday that we started, and I hope that you enjoy it. And let's get into the video. And blessings to you all, and I hope that you're all well, and welcome to the room. Hello, Phonics. Going over to it. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the only problem when you've got loads of boxes open. It's finding the right one. Here we go. So this is our show from Bold and Bonkers. It's known as the Lost Magic Skies, where we talk about witchcraft and witch stuff. We show you rituals and things that we do as well. So here is the first video. Enjoy. Make sure I've got it up. Yep. And let's go.
Through earth, wind, and fire, it is here you will find the answers which you desire. Lord, now we are waiting in shadow, for your truth to be seen within thy letter, despite what many have thought to seek. The truth will always read. Lord, now for revival. The lost magic says made its arrival.
Amazing.
Hello, guys, and welcome to our show tonight, guys. So we've got Friday nights. We're going to be doing our shows about witchcraft and all other spiritual and amazing stuff that we talk about. Me and Sister Drew are coming together with Bold and Bonkers, Chris and Dakota, and they gave us this amazing show. So tonight we're going to do a little bit of an introduction show. So we're just going to talk about ourselves, how we got into our faiths. We've got a little thing that we're going to do at the end for you guys as well to do with some healing and stuff. So we're just going to kick the show off, and we hope that you enjoy it. Please ask us questions, and welcome to the Lost Magics.
Welcome to the Lost Magics, everybody. This is a great opportunity that Christopher and Dakota has gave us. Hopefully through what we know, what we are going to be learning as well, we can introduce you guys and help you learn what we know, and also learn along with us the things that we're hoping to learn. So it's going to be an amazing journey.
It'll be really good. That's what we're wanting to do. We're wanting to be able to reach out to all of you, because we know that some of you have got faith, some of you are thinking about coming into this sort of faith. So we thought that this would be an ideal way for you guys to be able to find your spirituality, find your way, and be under people that actually know what they're talking about and know what they're doing, and be guided right. And we wanted to do this and be able to be as open with you as we possibly can.
Yes,
but anyone that knows about witchcraft knows that there are certain things we cannot reveal to you, but a lot of it we can.
We can teach you the basics, and then if you want to take it further and start learning deeper into it, the secret stuff, then you can surely do that, you know. And we've got plans and things as well where we could also teach you that extra step. So there's lots of things, guys, we're going to get into. So maybe just introduce ourselves and tell you a bit about how we did this. Get into it.
Okay, so who's going to go first? Do you want to go first, sis?
You go first, sister.
Okay, I'll go first then. So I am Sherry, but known as Willow through my witch name. Now, when you become a witch, you're given a name that is important and relevant to you, and something that describes your best character. So my name is Willow because I am like a willow tree. I bend and I bounce back every single time. And she's such a strong element that she most definitely fits my criteria. And it was given to me by the spiritual ancestors of mine through my witch faith and through the spirits. My name Willow was given to me, same as Red Wolf for the shaman side. So for me, I came into witchcraft from quite a young age. I was really into it. I would see friends of my mum's that used to be into witchcraft and that, and I'd watch them doing different things with the herbs, and I found that very fascinating as a young girl and really intriguing. And as time went on, obviously things happen in life that are not so nice, or you have some difficult struggles, or you need something that you need to look into. So I started looking into witchcraft a little bit more and trying to understand the roots of who I was. And I was having a lot of experiences I could not explain. So that got me into my witch faith as well. I think for me, the main reason for actually starting out was through a traumatic time. I've not had the greatest life. I've had quite a lot of problems and stuff. And my most recent was 11 years ago and 8 years ago, losing my children. And I needed to find something that I could focus on, and something that I knew would be spiritually beneficial to me and help me to overcome my demons and my pain and my problems. So I put my love, my faith into the Lord and into the divine, into the gods and the goddesses, and into my witch faith. I've said that I'm a pagan because I do believe in the pagan side of witchcraft, in the element side of it, so nature and that sort of stuff. I don't follow covens and stuff like this. I'm a natural witch. I've learned everything through myself or through spirit. And so where a lot of witches might be educated in another way because they have followed covens and stuff, I'm not. So we've got lovely Sister Drew here that knows a little bit more about that. So we kind of kind of lazy on with each other, because I can learn you more about the natural side, where Drew can learn you about the natural and the other side as well. So for me, I went into witch faith because I felt that would be a strong point for me. I found myself very connected to it. I was already very connected to many elements of the earth. So it just made sense. And I found paganism, and I felt that that was a place for me to go into. But then going into it later in life, I realized that the whole path of paganism wasn't for me, only the natural and the side of it in nature. So for me, I have not fully found my true path yet. Like, I'm a witch. I know my faith. I know who I am. But as you go on, even being a witch and being educated the way that we are, you're always meeting new people and you're learning new things. So you get kind of turned upside down, and then you're like, well, hang on a minute, that sounds more like me as well. So you kind of jump back and forth. The whole good thing about being in the craft is there is not a set pathway to go. It's about finding your path. It's about finding your comfortable position, your place in that faith. Okay. There is no right or wrong way. Nobody can sit down and tell you how to be. Every witch is individually different. And I wanted to do witchcraft, and I wanted to do this show because I just wanted to show you guys the inside of a witch's home. So, because a lot of you guys look at us and think that we're these evil, dangerous people that cast all these horrible spells and stuff, and we really are not. We genuinely do care about our planet and our people, and a lot of our work is through love and positivity and being genuine. So for me, my faith is the best thing in the world, and I would recommend it to any of you. And I hope that you enjoyed what I was saying. So that's a little bit on me and how I got into my faith. But my most spiritual faith of it was to do with my children and my difficult times, and it got me through that. It got me into the light, and it's opened me in a place that I needed to be, and I've never looked back since. And I'm only getting stronger. So I will now put you over to Sister Drew to talk about how she got into the witch faith.
Yes. See, mine's is a little bit different because I wasn't ever expected to be a witch. I mean, I always liked ghost stories and hearing ghost stories, like in all the spooky movies. So through watching YouTube and things, I actually discovered YouTube teams that went out to cemeteries and things. So I had come up with a great idea. I wanted to be a ghost hunter. So I decided to buy the usual spirit box, guys, and record them things, and nothing would work. I even bought the Ouija board and it wouldn't work. And I was also going through a bad time as well at that point in time, and I was kind of looking for answers. And I would maybe, looking back on it, I think I did have a wee mini breakdown. So I think during that breakdown, actually, when I was looking for guidance, which I will get into further, guys, through this course of this these podcasts and things, but through that, I did realise that I was following, like, I wanted somebody with a higher power to guide me. So that's where, like, the witchcraft and things came in. I discovered that linked, when I was looking for the answers to try and find how to ghost hunt better, that's what I researched, was to meditate, try and reach to a higher vibration, lower vibrations, and through doing that, I figured out the spirits told me about amethyst, dragon's blood and things, which helped the spirits to connect better. So through just finding out that I wanted to be a ghost hunter and using witchcraft with the herbs, the crystals and things was a way to connect. Also, I've also learned now to connect to my ancestors. I'm also learning now to do other things to help people through the witchcraft, which is an amazing thing to know. I mean, crystals and things are amazing. Some people hold a crystal and they take them to a whole different world. So just really through wanting my spirituality to be better, my ghost hunting, to figure a way out to ghost hunt, I really did find a connection to the witchcraft. I realised just how much it can help you in life. It helped me get back to an even keel in my mental health. It helped me focus where I could lower my vibration, higher my vibration when needed to, and I can connect to the spirits, my ancestors and things now. Also have learned tarot cards and things like that as well, and through the spirit box and things, I feel as if I've got a connection to spirits around me that as soon as I hear them, I can distinguish their voices and things. And I do put that down to the witchcraft and things as well, because learning all the different herb meanings, what herbs with what oil does what, can help you make an oil that helps you communicate better. Things. So yeah, through really just want to be a ghost hunter, I figured out the witchcraft. And I think I actually, now looking back on it 5 years down the line, think that I was a witch all along throughout my life. And probably my mother and probably my grandmother, which we'll get into as well for the time with the ancestor stuff. So yeah, so guys, I think I've always been a witch, I just didn't know it. But yeah, up here they were supposed to burn witches, I found out, in this area. And it's funny how when I moved up here to this area 6 years ago is when I did actually start getting a bit more spiritual. So it'll be interesting to see if we can figure that out through the ghost hunting and the connecting to the ancestors and things. So you guys will be there for the journey. It'll be interesting to see. So yeah, that's a bit it, sis. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounded really awesome. And to the podcast, to anybody that is listening, when we say divine, divine associates with the Lord. The divine is also energies such as gods, goddesses, deities, them sort of animal spirits, sometimes angels, these sort of things. That's what that means. When
With higher power,
having vibration, what we do is we connect to energy, and we connect to vibrations and patterns of the earth. So when a normal person would walk through the woods or something like that, they would just feel wind, and that we would hear voices, we'd hear wind that sounds like voices, we'd hear the voices of our ancestors, colours and things will stand out more prominent. We see things in a completely different way because of our spirituality. So I thought I'd just explain that for you guys on the podcast in case you're going, what is vibration?
Once you meditate, guys, once you meditate, you do open up a whole new world. It's amazing the way that you can connect your mind to a certain vibration when you're either. I mean, I don't really meditate. I'm more daydream, and I know through my daydreaming that I'm connected to these different realms, and I'm connected to my ancestors and things. And a lot of it is about having faith in yourself. You have to really, really know that these things you're feeling, things you're seeing in your mind's eye, and things are real. It is you. If you keep denying it, they won't give you the messages forever. You have
the thing is you do have to be open.
Yeah,
you have to be open to do this sort of work and to communicate with that sort of thing. You do need to be able to be aware of the energies around you. You need to be aware of the feelings, the emotions, things that you pick up. That's very important in this faith, because a lot of what we do relates on feeling and on emotion and on intuition. Intuition is where you put an intention of what you want to happen into your work. See, like with wands and stuff like that and tools, when you pick them up, we're who make that work.
Yeah, this is just a piece of wood until we empower it.
Like at the minute, they're just sitting on the altars. They're just a piece of wood that's just sitting there. They will not do no magic until you pick them up. It's our energy and who we are that makes our magic work. That is what is really important to understand.
These are tools. I mean, if you had to do something really quick and you were away somewhere and maybe you were visiting your granny or something, okay, you seen she was struggling for money, have all these tools. So these are more to give us a purpose. So we know that when we empower this wand, that we have put the trust into it as our magical object that will do the work for us. So we're having faith in this because we've put all our faith and our belief into this. So we know it's going to work. But if we were stuck somewhere and we didn't have this, we know that power is within us. So our finger, our thought is just as good as having this physical.
Exactly. Even as good as just picking up a pen out of your handbag and just putting that energy into that pen. It can do just as much as this wand, Sister Drew's wand. It's not about the tools. It's not, you need to get witch tools for it to work. I'm not been saying you've got your kitchen witches and people like that. When they do their cooking and they do their things in their kitchen, they don't use wands, they use spoons. Their spoons, their wooden spoons, their ladles, they're all their wands. It's your intuition, it's your belief, it's what you're wanting to bring to reality that happens. You know, if you didn't pick this up and you didn't touch this, this would do nothing. We could sit here, do all our spells and not use wands or do anything, and we could still make it happen. It's just, I feel, and the reason I use tools is because I think it makes us look more in reality of who we really are. And I think it gives us a stamp on who we are. And I think, like, for me, it makes me feel so much more like a witch, having wands and having all of those spiritual tools. I like that. That's why I get it. But you, like Sister said, you don't need to go out and buy witch stuff. You can use things from your house.
I have did this
Yeah.
candle to be my focus in my worship. That when I light this candle, it will give, which is about my faith and things. I know that when I light this candle, it's going to do the things that I've anointed it to do, the things that I've put my faith in it to do. I know that it's going to do that. But if I didn't have that, and I will light it and I will blow it out when I think I've lit it enough that day to send the message out. But if I didn't have this and I still wanted to stick to my daily ritual, I could also light my lighter and say the things that I needed to say when I lit my candle. It's just because I didn't have the candle there. So there's welcome Coffin Crew.
Hello.
So welcome Dobby. So there's lots of things you can do if you're stuck in the moment to do something that you really know you can do it if you had the tools, which the tools are within you. So this candle is powerful, but the lighter is also just as powerful.
That's the good thing about being a witch, though, isn't it, sis? You know what I mean? We can walk through anywhere and everything in our vision is something we can use. You know, it can be a tool. It can be an apparatus to something in a spell. Like everything we see in the universe, in nature, it's all relevant. All in the house, anywhere we go, there is always things that we look at that would be relevant to our work. You know what I mean? But the thing with witches and with spiritual people, when they're open, they know that this world is full of expectation. This world is full of opportunity. This world is full of many different amazing things that you can use and, you know, become successful. You know, I've got wands and stuff like that, but before I used to get my wands and get all that stuff, I just used to use normal things. Like Sister said, I used to pick up pens and just use a pen and things like that. But then as I went on and I started to really get into it, I then started to feel like I wanted to get my tools and I wanted to feel that little bit more involved.
Yeah.
My tools, my altar, my things I have makes me feel involved in my faith.
Your altar is you in your faith. You will build your altar with things that remind you that you want to give to your deity. You will fill your altar with herbs and things that will help you be protected, crystals that you love and you want to use them to maybe give a little gift to your altar and different things. I mean, there is your altar is what you make it. I mean, there is like you have. Well, you don't have to stick to the four corners like earth, air, fire, water, and things where you place things on the altar. That is a good way to start because that gives you structure. So that's a good way if you want to start from the beginning doing things in a bit of structural way, and then through time you will end up your altar maybe being a little bit jumbled, but that's okay because you've made it that way for a reason. Because you've altered it to be a representation of you. It's a representation of you in your path. So everybody's always different. It will start off on the same way when you're learning, but it will be a representation of you and your faith. And everything's a learning curve. Nobody ever knows everything. You know?
But that's why the craft is so exciting to learn because there is always new things coming into play. And you know, like the best feeling in the world is when you're doing your magic and you're doing this stuff and you're seeing that it's working. Like me and Sister Drew, when we're together and we do spells, sparks literally happen. Okay, like magic happens. Okay, her mum was unwell, we healed her. Pups was unwell. We've done that show where we've done that stuff online together. Pups got better. People in the room that were feeling unwell started to feel better. It's all about the intention and what you're really wanting to do. A lot of witch faith is intention and intuition. It's understanding. It's being connected. It's being involved, and it's being open to wanting to help. Okay. A lot of people look at us really badly and think because we're witches, we're really bad, and we're not. Like, in reality and in life, think of it this way. A lot of us, we watch our loved ones, they go through different illnesses, different sicknesses. Where do you think your medication and things came from? They come from our ancestors. They came from people that knew the world, knew the seasons, knows about the sun, knows about the moon. They just knew a lot of things, and they were very
Witches were the best alchemists. So most witches probably made the foundation to lot of our medicines just now. It's just
but
that
they
you
have.
would
That's what I'm
never
saying.
find
They
it in
would
a
have.
history book. You
They
won't
would
have
have
find it.
planted. If you think back in them days, that's when the veggies and that all started to be planted, and different flowers and stuff back in the olden days. So they're planting all of that, and then they would have been studying it, and then they would have noticed that they worked for certain things. We would not have the medication, we would not have the stuff we have today if we did not have our ancestors, and if me and sister wasn't who we are. We're following our faith and we're following our ancestors. We're just carrying on what our ancestors done. We just do it in a more modern time.
I try and
in.
describe it as Wi-Fi. I mean, we've kind of knew what Wi-Fi was spiritually before there was a Wi-Fi. Witches found a way to tune in to these vibrations to get the message out to these different realms, the different deities, the different spirits. So it's not any different to what the way that Wi-Fi has been discovered. It's just that witches have knew that path existed for years and used the vibration of it. So,
but the most important thing, guys, is if you're going to go into a faith like this and stuff like that, really know that you want to do it, because it's not something that you can walk into then walk out of. Once you commit to it, you're committed to it. If you walk away from it and you don't dedicate yourself to it the way that you're supposed to, then you can start feeling unwell and things can affect you, because what you've got to remember is you're tapping into their energy. You're relying on their guidance, their love. They're putting their generosity and their way out to you. So this is not a faith for you to walk into if you're not sure of. You do really need to seriously think about it, because this isn't a joke. And witchcraft and witch faith can be very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So
remember,
don't
guys,
ever sit on your hands either until you can't ask anything. If you're ever not sure about something, don't go and try and attempt to do it. Come and ask us. That's what we're here to do. We're here to guide you and learn you.
It is spirits and the energies, all the different witches of the past and things. Me particularly work with a lot of energies, all the different goddesses and things. Like right now I'm working with Hecate. So I also work with, oh God, there's that many of them. I work with Freya and things as well. Like, there's different aspects of different goddesses and gods that you can work with for certain reasons. So,
oh yeah, so do I. I work with gods and goddesses. I believe a lot more in my gods and goddesses. Yes, I believe in God. Yes. I believe there is a higher power that is known as God, but whether that is male, female, if that's many gods or many goddesses, I believe that they're all one. You know, all these gods and these goddesses that we follow are all just as important as the Lord in my eyes, and that's why I follow all of them. And it's really
many gods,
not just my gods and goddesses that I follow. I follow my ancestors, I follow my guides, I follow all of them, because they're all. We would not be who we are, and we would not be able to do what we do if we did not have them.
You have to work with the spirits.
You have to be around them.
And a lot of people that's why when I kind of try to tell people when they ask about the witchy path, I try and let them say to them, why don't you do a 2-week devotional where every day you're waking up and you're maybe just saying the Lord's Prayer every day for a couple of weeks to see if you've got that dedication there. To even just light a candle, say the Lord's Prayer, see if you can commit to something for a couple of weeks, because when you do start witchcraft, you have to make it everyday life. These things become part of you, the way you stir your tea, to the way you make your dinner, to the way you put your clothes on, to the way you wash your face. So you have to really be sure that you want to go down the road of that. and maybe just start dedicating the first hour of your day to see if you can commit to it, because it can be a lot of hard work, guys. You've got to get fresh water every day. You've got to make sure you represent something with air, fire, and water on your altar every day. Say your thank yous and things that you appreciated from the day before. So maybe do that for a couple of weeks and see if that's something that you can dedicate your time to. And it's amazing the feeling you get once there's a lot of things in your mind start to come clear. You start to get answers how to get yourself out of problems that you've thought was big, and you automatically the answers come to you because you've been meditating the night before, or loads of things. I mean, it's endless what these spirits and what these energies can do for you.
That is very important. It is very important to do the dedication, giving yourself for half an hour in the morning, like Sis said, just, you know, giving your thank yous, giving your gratitude, asking them if there's anything that they want you to do. Is there anything that they need specifically doing? They'll give you a vision, they'll give you something to show you that. Even just through a walk down the street and something falls down in front of you, it's a sign. It's something where they're answering to you. This is the sort of thing you need to be able to visualize and realize. Okay. And when you go into that faith and you go into that, you'll, like Sis said, you will start to open up. And the best way, like she said, is the dedication for 2 weeks. Meditation is another way. You do need to open yourselves, guys. You need to make sure that your mind is stable, your mind's open. You know, you want to be able to communicate, you want to be able to connect, you want to be able to feel it. So you do need to do that. Going into nature, walking in nature, and getting the vibrations, feeling the energies, all these things that we take for granted are things that are beneficial to us. So you start listening to it. Then when you start doing that, that's when you can start going, okay, girls, now help us to find what sort of witch we might be, what sort of faith we might be able to follow. Like, because you can't find your faith, you can't find your spirituality until you're open. You need to be able to be open that way and feel that way first before you do anything else.
Yes, definitely. You have to remember, guys, that we are working with spirits and energies. So you can't just say, right, I want to work with you, and then decide like 2 days into it or something, right? I don't want to work with you anymore. They have feelings as well, you know. You could maybe say, could you work with me and guide me for a couple of weeks till I see if the energy in me you like and are willing to help. So don't commit yourself
to asking them,
you know.
Just asking them to help you and to show you things. Like, you don't need to dedicate yourself to them. You can just say, would you come and work with me for a couple of weeks, see if our energy connects, see if we are meant to work together. Obviously, then if it doesn't work out, they're not going to be offended and we're not going to be offended, because we have made each other know that. You know what I mean? It is believe it or not, you've got to have good relationships with your guides and your energies. You have to, as it's not going to work.
And most of the time they will be family. Like, a lot of them will be your ancestors and things. So the respect will be there anyway. So it's just a case of finding out who you want to work with as well. You can actually choose a deity or a goddess to work with and put out a little
research and studying is.
Ask if they'll work with you.
Yeah, no? And research and studying, looking at books, looking online. There's so much stuff that you can find that can help you with different deities, different gods and goddesses, different religions, in witchcraft. You know, there is so much that you can get hold of and look up. Yeah, and I do advise anyone that's thinking of going into these faiths to make sure they do educate themselves and have an understanding of what witches and that are first before you even choose a faithful step heading, because once you're in it, there's no turning back.
No, it becomes a way of life, and it really can benefit you and benefit your family. If you do tune in it, know the way to work with the spirits, with the energies, with the herbs and things. You can do a lot of good. Honestly, you do a lot of good.
Yeah.
Any questions, guys?
Exactly, and you should pay your respect daily. That's right, Wayne. You do every day. You say thank you. I will say thank you to my my divine, my gods, my goddesses at least 4 or 5 times a day.
Yes.
Just get on the floor and start going in front of my altar and just sit there. I don't even necessarily say anything. I just sit there with my hands down and
It's
I'm talking
amazing
in my
how
head.
easy.
It's not always speaking out loud either. It's thinking it, because they can feel either way. And
It becomes part of your life and you do it automatically anyway. I mean, as I said, I don't really meditate as such. I find I'm more daydreaming, going to write good daydreaming episodes. So I think that's where I've learned a lot of stuff is through the meditation daydream. So I'd advise that, guys, to try that straight away. And a lot of the times this is where you will see the person that is your guide. If you ask in your meditation, that's what you want it to be for, is to find your guide and talk to the spirits. They're not scary. They're there to help you. Ask them where they can help you and to guide you. And it's an amazing experience when you.
They're not just going to pop into your life and start working with you. You do need to call out to them and ask out to them, and that, you know, you've got to make that connection. You know.
Yeah. Think about the many people out there, guys, that want to work with all these amazing energies. You have to show them that you are a bit more willing than the last person asked, so that they can work with you and they do want to help you, and they see how much an amazing person you are with helping other people and things. And you'll find that most of the time you won't even need to ask. They'll feel your energy as a kind person, and because you've tried to connect to them, much like I did with Hecate, it just happened natural. Because
they're around, they're aware of you and that. Like, they'll make communication with you to a certain extent, but you do need to do the work as well. You do need to talk to them. You do need
the
to
spirits gossip as well, guys.
This isn't just with deities or gods and goddesses. Like Sister's saying, spirit as well. You know, you've both got to be on an equal relationship. Okay, you've got to build that relationship. It's not just going to happen. It has to be built.
Yeah. And as Sister Sherry does as well, when you're making your dinner and things, if it's a special occasion, maybe if it's just your Sunday dinner, put a plate out for the spirits, put a plate out for your ancestors and things. They really do appreciate it. And
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I always, anytime I eat, I will always like offer
a biscuit as well, cup of tea.
Christmas, you've seen me do it. Christmas, I'll do them Christmas dinners and puddings. You know, all through the year, I'll make food when I'm doing big meals, and I'll offer it to them. I very often put drinks and little treats out for them and stuff. They really appreciate that, and it shows them that you respect them as well. It's about building that relationship. Yeah, and they do say that food is the way to a heart and to a stomach. So there you go. But I'm joking, guys. But seriously, it is. It's about respecting them and being dedicated to them and being thankful for what they do for you. You know what I mean? And it doesn't pay much to put a little treat out and to say thank you.
Yeah. And I've found that if you do talk to your guides and your deities and things every day, it gets to the point that they know you and you don't have to ask for things anymore because they instantly know what you need to thrive. So
I don't have to do it anymore. I don't have to do it.
You have to start doing all the extras because they know, and they instantly, the minute you light your candle, you'll feel good because the spirits have got to a stage, or your deity has got to a stage where they know you're your ancestor and they know instantly what your mood's like and they will help you.
Yeah. Like at first, it'll be you getting to know them and that. They'll know you anyway, but it'll be getting to know each other on a personal level. But then, like Sis said, you know, once you've had a long relationship with them and you've worked with them for so long, like Sis said, you don't have to even say anything to them. You don't. You could just think something and they'll know what you're thinking. Like my spirits, when I get my spirit boxes out and stuff, they know that there's an investigation. If I start putting the dolls out on the floor, they know there's an investigation coming. They go nuts. When I start lighting my candles up, they know there's going to be a spell or there's going to be some sort of ritual. They love it. They are very aware of what you do, like Sis said. You know, they are, and that's why you have to be careful what you do and make sure you do it right, because they do tell on you as well. I will tell you that.
And see, if you go to locations and you tell the spirits you'll be back, try your hardest to go back because believe it or not, the welcome you get when you go back because you said you would and they didn't follow you home, they trusted you. That's when you get your best evidence because you've stuck to your word. So It happens with me and Christopher Douglas Castle. We didn't get much the first time we ever went. That is Bald and Bonkers, Christopher. Then
Yeah.
the next time we went back, because I told the spirits that I heard them say it was a hard life, I got endless communication after that because I acknowledged that I knew they had a hard life away back in those days. And I did
Yeah.
go back and address the fact that I realised that. And I got amazing evidence after that because they appreciate it.
And that is what it's about. It's about acknowledging them. It's about realizing that they're there. What you've got to remember is they are human beings that are just in a spiritual form. Yeah, they still have feelings, they still have emotions and that. So when you say things like, "Oh yeah, I'll come back and see you," and then you don't, that can really hurt them because then they're like,
Yeah.
"Well, what did we do wrong? Why did they not come back?" Like you don't. I think a lot of people take the unseen energies for granted. They don't realize just how connected they actually are to us. And, you know, just as much as they are an influence on us, we are on them. Okay. And that's what you need to remember. Because in all of this, the most important thing is the spirit.
Yes.
The spirit, the ancestors, all of it. You would not be able to do any of this without them.
It is because of them that we are here. We've got the necklace on, but I've got a necklace that says, "We are the daughters of the witches. The witches you could not burn." But I've got the one on that's the goddess one tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing, guys. Honestly, and if you did
And
decide to take the witchy path,
I've got a bit of amethyst on. I always wear a bit of amethyst because I always like to be connected to the spirit.
It's actually the
I
same
always
one.
like to have them around.
It's the same one as we got together.
Yeah, that's what we got out of Freya's cauldron.
Yeah.
And then you've got my
It's
Celtic,
amazing, guys.
my Celtic cross.
So as we were trying to say that there was a couple of things that Sister Sherry and I did last year where Sherry did a little bit of healing prayers and things, and I did a little candle magic and things like that, where we did heal my mother, and we did something similar for Uncle Danny, guys. So see, when you do get to a stage where you're confident in the things that you can do, especially if you do find a connection to another witch or sister, as we Sherry say, it's amazing when you know the thing that you did helped that person do a full 360. That gives you your next power to realise you are now at the stage where you should be confident in what you're doing, because that has just been the proof you needed. So it's amazing. Honestly, I know it takes a lot to get to that stage you make, to finding all your deities and your spirits and things, but it's not impossible, honestly. And it's took me 6 years to get my witchy name, which is Athena.
Athena, yeah. See, my willow one I got a couple of years before I came onto YouTube, but I didn't really use it very much until I came onto here. Like obviously when I done my practices and stuff I did, but I was very hush hush. I didn't really talk to a lot of people about what I did behind closed doors. I don't really have people come round there and things like that. So it's always been
I
very
always thought mine was Tail Raven,
Facebook.
but it didn't ever really click with me, and it wasn't until Dopey Socks, who's in the chat, guys, for you and podcast. Dopey
There's
Socks
something there that looks like a feather moving.
She told me that Athena was kept coming into her mind, and I said that is amazing, because I have been searching for a witchy name, and because me and Dopey Socks talk quite often, I think she had to get the message to tell me, so I knew this had to be the message, because we stay in 2 separate countries. So I definitely, as soon as I heard that, I knew Athena was my witchy name. I just knew.
Yeah, and that's a really nice name. I like that. And I think Athena and Willow goes really well together as well.
Teal Raven just didn't ever click with me. I thought at first, yeah, that's nice, but it just didn't ever sit right with me. So the minute I heard Athena, I knew.
Yeah, but it does suit you. It definitely suits you. It's like Willow suits me because of the way that I am. You know what I mean? Your name's got to suit you. It's got to be your character. You know what I mean? So,
and you do know it when you hear it.
Yeah, you will, because
Yeah.
the thing is people go, well, how will we know? You will know because it'll either stand out in a book or it'll stand out somewhere, or you'll get like a name come in your head or something like that. They will give it to you if you ask them, like, can you tell me what my name for being a witch is? And they will do it when the time's right. They will show you one way or another. If that's taking a walk and you see something, or you know, it can all be based on things that you love and you like. So it could be your favourite flower, it could be your favourite tool, it could be anything. You know, it's what you most connect to. That is the name that you need. You need to have a name that you're connected to.
Yeah.
Me and sister, I was talking to her earlier. We're going to be doing a little ritual, because there's been a lot of people that have been unwell, including myself. I'm dosed up on tablets at the minute, so I look like I'm all right, but I'm not. I'm aching and I'm hurting a bit. But we was gonna do some rituals. So we done candles earlier. I done candles. I wrote all my intentions and stuff into them. I've lit some of them up. I've left the two main ones unlit because I wanted to light them in front of you guys. What we wanted to do is bring some healing and some good health and some positive and protection energy into the world, into the universe, and to all of beings and people, so including you guys. Because let's face it, at the minute the world has been bashed backwards and forwards for the last couple of years, and I think it's well needed. Me and Sister Drew have not done this together for a while, so I know it's very much needed, and I know that they're going to very much appreciate it. And so we want to light up some candles. We want to give some healing. You know, we've got some very important people out there that have been very poorly, or they've got loved ones that are not very well at the minute. I'm not well. I've got loved ones that I worry about, and I'm worried about what might happen to them if they get unwell. So I think this would be really good to keep the healing there, to keep good health there, and just to bring all this positivity back and try to bring a little bit more positivity into the world at the minute. Because let's face it, it's not the greatest still at the minute, is it? So let's open the magic. Let's connect with our gods and our goddesses and our ancestors and our divine, and let's get this spell going. As I said, we've already put the intentions and stuff into it. So all we need to do is light the candles. And what I want you guys to do, if there is anybody special that you want healing or protection or anything for, please write their name and what you're wanting, and we'll write a bit down on a bit of paper, and we'll put it into the candle and put it into our cauldron, because our cauldron represents the goddess. The goddess is who births magic. Okay, so she's the one that will make sure that the spells come to life. So anybody that wants any healing for anyone, put the person's name in there and just say healing, protection, or good health, or it can be all three. It don't matter. And we'll write it down and we'll burn it and put it into the cauldron and we'll seal up. And
I kind of did mine's different. I did a candle for peace. I did a candle for love. I did a candle for luck, and then I did the overall healing candle. That's the one in the middle. So that was so I could just take names, and then everybody gets a bit of love, a bit of healing, a bit of luck. Yeah. So
well, I put
names.
Good health. Good health. Well feelings, protection, and blessings. And I also did speak over it, saying to put in love and stuff into it as well. So it will give a bit of everything off.
I just thought it was quicker, so we could take names.
Yeah, well, that's why I wrote it. I wrote them all on the candles, and that's why we didn't have to do anything. I just wrote everything down on the candles.
Me too. I just wrote it all down in the
paper. I always do that in my magic. I always write my stuff onto my candles. It's so much easier. It's a script.
For sure.
That burns away. We don't have to throw the paper away or burn our fingers doing it, because we can just let the candle do it.
And the oil you put on it doesn't work for you. The oil and the herbs it's on that we put on.
So you're wanting Mandy to be healed, yeah? Right.
Who we wanting Mandy?
Yeah, you write them down as well, sis, because we'll both burn it for everyone. We'll do it for everyone. So we've got Mandy for healing.
Mandy for healing.
Mandy for healing. And that's from Wayne.
Okay.
Okay. Hang on a minute, guys. And I add a black candle so that the spell goes.
What I do with mine is I'll just light mine on any candle and then I'll put it in my cauldron to do the rest, guys. Okay, Wayne, that's yours. There you go. Sunlight. See it burning in there. See ya. Amen. I've actually got the energy of my gran and William's gran here tonight as well, because I have got out my little box that's got my granny's ring in it and William's granny's ring. So, sorry, my granny's brooch and William's granny's ring. So we're also working with two of our ancestors, our goddess, two of our elders tonight, female elders. There we go. Anybody else, guys? That's Mike Wayne's. Mandy's is burnt on my end. If anybody else wants their name in. Remember, this can be for anything, people, because there is a loved one here, a peace one, a healing, and a luck. So just even your name, and you will have hopefully a bit of everything, and your life will be the best it can be in 2022 is the intent I'm putting in my candles have the intent. For everybody to have the best life possible. You're welcome, Wayne.
Anybody else wanting anything? I know somebody I'm going to write down for, because I know that they've
me as
stuff
well.
going on. I don't need to say their names out loud, but he knows
Yeah,
who he is. And I'm doing healing and health and protection.
I just hold it for a minute, guys, just to keep that extra wee bit intent and an extra wee bit of.
And I've put healing, health, and protection to the person and their family. So I've put you in there as well. You know who you are? Somebody special.
Yeah.
So we're going to now put that into the goddess bit as well with the other one.
I've also got one that I know would want one if they were in chat, but they're not here. So this one is also for a family member that I know would want one. Yes, yeah, man. See, guys, there's another thing as well. See, if you want to draw something to you, you fold it towards you. If you want to get rid of something, you fold it outwards away for you. So just remember that if you're trying to draw somebody in some love, you fold it towards you. If you're trying to get
I always do it towards me, then away. I do both.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want something negative to go away, you do it away from you. Just a little side note, guys.
Anybody else wanting Sam for healing? Okay. That's Chris.
Brilliant.
And that's from Chris. And I'll put /age so they know who it is.
And guys, there's another thing. See, I'm doing this because we're not doing a prayer every time. In my mind, I'm saying, say her, which is like a kind of chant that Uncle Danny's taught us. So we don't have to say the prayers every time. It's just that in our mind, when we're saying, say her, we know that. Just I was saying it in my head, guys. I thought I'd add that too. Gives it added strength.
Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. See ya. So might it be. Anybody else, guys? Wayne, health and protection.
Health and protection.
Okay.
What? Welcome, Claire.
Health and protection from Wayne. Okay.
You're a family
Put the name in, guys. If you want anybody, it can be anything. It can be for healing, protection, health, whatever. Just write their name and what you want in it for, and we will put it on this paper, put it into our goddess, and she will make it work. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya.
Thank you, Claire. Yeah. As long as you know that everything that you're doing is for the upper good of people, you've got everybody's best interest at heart. Yeah, right.
We're on fire, guys, literally.
It does get a wee bit crazy sometimes, depending on what you're using in it, but it's all good. It goes out.
Love and respect you as well, Wayne. That's what we're here to do. We're here to put love.
If you're out of control, you just put the lid on. The lid would totally shut it down, so don't worry. It'll never get out of control. It's just paper, guys. It burns down the settings. It just causes a lot of it in there now. But yeah, just keep on asking us what you want, guys, and we will keep writing it down, putting that intent into it for you, and we'll hopefully get you in the same mind frame as us, where we're learning to live. We're learning to live spiritually. We're learning to live for the higher good. We're also trying to get our families.
That bit makes me smile, guys. That bit does.
Right now is not affecting them. Kind of bubble right now, and everything that we're doing is helping them and things. So this is all for to help other people. Most of the spell work we do. It does look as if it's out of control, but it's not. It's just I could end it right now putting the lid on, guys. It's fine.
It's just when the flame goes like that, it's just where it's making the spell come to light. Yeah. It's energizing the spell. So when it starts to go down, that means it's working. So at the minute, it's burning. It's bringing all of that energy, that power into it. She's making it. That's why you keep seeing mine every now and again. It goes up, back down, up. It's like, yep. She's got an area that she's.
It's like what I tell you is with the tarot cards. Sometimes it's easy and the card jumps out. Other times it takes a little bit longer when you're shuffling, and that's just because the spirits are making sure to get you the right message.
Back inside it just to make sure.
Yeah, it's just because of the paper. It's fine. I'll go in a minute. It's just because it's paper. I think I've actually got a charcoal disc in there as well, so it'll be fine.
I've got no disc or anything in there. It's doing it on its own.
I've got sand in it. Sand and a charcoal disc.
Hello, Chad and Linda. Anybody, Chad, Linda, are you wanting anybody for healing? Do you need us to put anything into our goddesses for healing? I know that you've not been well, Linda. Would you like us to put something in for you?
Would you like some healing? Just some extra?
I'm going to do it anyway, because it's Linda. Because she had that accident and that, didn't she? So I'm just going to do healing, good health and protection. Linda and Chad and family. This is where I nearly set my house and my altar on fire.
Let that work on the last 3 I've put in, guys. 2 seconds. Oh, dear.
Good health.
I'm on a beanbag, so I'm sliding everywhere here.
And healing.
Oh, I'm on Liam's beanbag.
And luck. And that's from Sherry and Drew. And then up here we'll put out.
I've actually got my candle snuffer here as well if it goes out of control. I think it's because there is actually a lot of paper in there. I'll put it out just now, guys, and we'll get it lit again. It's all burnt anyway.
I just shake it so it goes all. That's it.
Yeah. Just put the lid on it and it goes out. It's nearly out anyway.
Look. Got a house fire almost.
It's because there's been a candle going in it that I didn't realise was in there.
Sweet
It's all
Jesus.
good.
Well, your one's just gone on my table and just gone literally just burnt right out. I'm surprised I did not catch fire.
Oh my goodness, sis.
Wow. Well, that worked.
There we go. I always
is
blow it, guys,
always
once I know all
hazards
the paper
When it
is
comes to
ash.
witchcraft, guys, I will warn you. There's always a hazard.
Yeah, so what to be.
You don't always get the bits into your pots the way you want them to. Sometimes they don't actually end up in it. They end up outside it, as you've just seen.
See, you've got to remember, guys, this is actual witchcraft. So it is actually working on your problems with burning out the negativity of life and things.
Wow.
But did that jump out?
Yeah, and it's gone all down my leg.
Oh no.
Look.
Wow. See, that's why I just use a candle snuffer if it starts to get out of control a wee bit. I just snuff it there. It's out
It's
now.
not out of control. That just like literally, I don't know why that came off the table.
Was it actually just a cat? Did that just burst that candle basically? Make it
No,
specific?
literally, the candle went onto the floor and it stayed lit. It's not gone out.
Oh wow.
Look.
Was it a tea light? Oh.
Straight off and bloody, I don't know if my feather caught it or whatever, but
There we
that
go.
was
Right.
and it went
Oh,
all the way
everything-
down my leg.
I
It's
need
letting
to
me the
wait
heat,
for this
letting me
cools
know the
down.
heat.
I can't show you this until the cauldron cools down, get it red hot.
And actually,
burnt away.
wax doesn't hurt that much. It hits your skin and it goes cold within seconds, so it don't really burn or
Yeah.
hurt you.
Right,
That's
wait a
the
minute, I
difference
get a
there.
bit of sage, guys. To do that clear the energy.
You can tell I use candles a lot, can't you?
Wow, I can't get rid of just how much that did actually take.
I do apologise about the screen, but it was the shock because it just, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, it can be pretty scary, honestly. It definitely can.
You know what? And we love it. We're addicted to it.
Oh, it's brilliant, honestly. The ones that I've got amazing candles where they're black, but when you burn them, they
We
actually
laugh in
is
the
red
face of
inside and it looks as
danger.
if the candle is bleeding. I'll show you that maybe on next week's show, guys. It's an amazing candle. It looks as if it's bleeding. Oh, is it?
Just pausing it in a minute. Yeah, the reason why that Phonics is saying that, she's asking about was the candle still lit, because I was watching the video and the way that the feather was going around it, it didn't hit the candle. The candle come off on its own. okay, when I was doing the spell. That was after the table catching fire, because the spell that I was putting in there come alive before I went and put it in the cauldron. It just went up. And she was asking, was the candle still lit? Because obviously a candle flew off the table, landed all down my leg. All of the stuff come out, but the candle stayed lit. And I picked it up and I put it on the table, and after about 5 minutes it went out because there was no liquid in it. Normally when that sort of stuff happens with tea lights, the candle would go out. This didn't. It stayed lit. We'll go back to the video.
I actually can't believe that.
I hope you all enjoyed
Anybody
that.
else wanting-
Sorry, we're going to look at comments. There's just too much fire about right now to know concentrating what we're doing.
Anybody else wanting any healing in that? Because soon we're going to be finishing, guys.
Yeah, I'm just.
Honestly, it was really weird, Phonics, right? Because I felt it hit my leg, and as soon I felt the heat as it hit my leg, and then it just went ice cold straight away. There was no burn mark, nothing left. And I've noticed this quite a few times, because when I actually, because my protector is a fire elemental, okay? So her name's Aurora, but we call her Aura, and she is connected to me. Now, even though I'm an earth sign, I can work with all elements, obviously. And fire seems to be one I get on really well with. Now, you know, I've had a situation in the past. I was at a Halloween party and there was this fire outside in this brick thing. And it was the end of the party and everybody had gone home and there was just a few people left, like my friend, my ex, and a couple of other people. And we're at this house and one of the people stood outside and they said, so you being a witch and everything, does that mean that you work with elements and stuff? I said, yeah. I said, my favourite element to work with and that I'm getting used to is the fire element because of the energy that I have had since before birth. And this woman was like, wow. And she was standing there. I said, do you want me to show you me working with the fire element? And she goes, go, okay then. So I got the matches and put some more wood into this fire outside. And it had a chimney and it was made of brick. And the fire went up normal. And it was just sitting there and it's just burning. And I said, watch this. So obviously I really put my mind into focus and I put my hand into that fire. That did not burn me. Okay. I put my hand into the fire and I was asking it to start moving to where my hand was going. So I was moving my hand across and this fire was following my hand. And then I'd move the other way and it was following my hand. I was standing there. This woman standing there with her mouth wide open. She goes, what else can you do with it? She goes, that ain't real. You can't be doing that. I said, yeah, I am. I said, I'll tell it to do something then. So I was stood there and I had my hand in there and I was waving it across the flames and it was dancing with my hand. And I said, fire element, rise. And this flame flew out of the chimney and was out on the top of the chimney. This woman was standing there with her mouth wide open going, oh my God, how did you do that? And then I put my hand back in there and I said, fire element, come back down and settle. And it come down and it was just literally just burning normal, like nothing had ever happened. And I was done that hand thing again and it moved following my hand and then it moved following my hand. And then when I moved my hand away, it just started to do the normal flame and stuff. Now, I can't do it all the time. I have to be really focused when I do it. But for some reason, fire has a connection with me for a reason, obviously. And it does in my witchcraft as well. It's really random. But that is a story that is true. And most definitely left that person gobsmacked with their mouth wide open, wondering what the hell she'd just seen. But there you go. You can work with your elements, but you do really need to put your mind to it.
Like the saging area with the sage, because there was a ritual done spell work. So Just always kind of try and clear your energy, guys. Anything that may still be lingering around, fairy
That's
spell
why I
work.
put the incense on to keep it positive.
Yeah.
Then I'll burn it off, burn the sage after when I come off.
For some reason, when I'm using Hecate as a goddess and her energy, she always likes me to burn it's the protection one, but it doesn't smell like sage then. It actually smells like dragon blood, but it's really, really.
Sorry guys, if you're hearing a weird noise, I can't keep the floor dirty while
Yeah, it's really cool to do that phonics, but this was not a candle that I was doing this with. This was a full-blown fire that was on a massive brick thing, and it was fully alight, and I was able to manipulate and get the flame to do what it wanted to do. This was actually on a fire. It wasn't a candle. It was nuts.
I'm doing the ritual. I hate it.
It's the Lisa Parker one, which I find is one of the Hecate's favourites. That's why I only ever use sage to clear the energy. It's because of that, so not be fine. The smoke alarms will be off. No, it won't.
Claire James for help. Claire James for help. For healing.
Liam okay. Case the smoke alarm goes off, but it will only go off because I put the cauldron back on. But yeah, but anyway, guys, that's just a wee bit about altars and why you like them, and it shows you a wee bit of the power you can use when you use your cauldron as the goddess's.
Claire James healing.
Basically, her stomach, what you call it, that's what you manifest in. That is her womb, and you manifest everything in the goddess's womb, basically. So a lot more to it, guys, and we will teach you a lot more to it. But we just wanted to show you that little healing and luck and
just doing that, Chris. Ask for Claire in the room. Just to put that.
And I am actually just going to specify that in case there is somebody a lot younger that is watching this. Do not try to put your hands into fires or anything. And especially if you do not know how to work with elements and stuff. And most definitely do not try to attempt to be doing spells and stuff if you don't understand it as well. You have to work with fire very carefully. I was just proving a point to someone. I'd made sure I had enough energy that day to be able to do that. And yeah, don't try it at home. Be safe. I was just showing somebody what I could do. And obviously where I've had a lot of practice, that's why I could do it. If I was not confident in my work and in what I do, I wouldn't have even done that myself. But because I did. But don't attempt it, because it could turn out to be very fatal. I was just given an explanation on something that I've been able to do with my craft.
In there as well, Mike, it's not going to fall out over the thing this time.
Yeah, I did the 3. I actually did 4 candles just as. They turned up and be quiet. I did that just so that everybody in the room got a wee bit of luck.
I'm telling you guys, literally, when they see it, this woman was standing out at our friend's back door when I done it. It was a massive fire made out of brick with a little shelving bit, and it had all of this wood in it and coal and whatever else. And it had been burning, and then it had gone out, and I put a little bit more wood in to show them what I could do. Literally, they were stood there like, what the heck? Like looking at me like look really spooked. And I kept laughing because their faces and reactions, they were like, it's really good and an amazing feeling when you can show people that this stuff is real, as you see in these videos, and that it's real, and when you can make somebody see that magic in a different way, it's even more rewarding. And I'm telling you, it most definitely will be something that person will never ever forget. I just remember her just standing there with her mouth going, like, especially when the flame flew up out through the chimney bit. She was just like, oh my God. Like, because it was just happily just dancing at a normal rate. And I just went, fire element, rise. And it just gone. Literally. It was amazing. I love my stuff, but be safe and don't attempt it.
A wee bit of strength, a bit of healing and different things. And anybody else's name they went into the cauldron, have all now usually within the next 6 to 8 hours you'll usually start to feel a little bit of a difference. That's what I've in my experience usually happens. It's usually within about 48 hours, 6 to 8 hours, you start feeling a little bit of your mood and things.
Sometimes some of the papers that you put into the cauldron burn really quickly, because you'll notice that when a spell really needs to work, it will burn really slow. When it's really quick, it really needs to be done, it will burn the paper down really quick, like it did then. I didn't even get a second to think about it, and it fell on the thing because it had gone in flame. When you watch, that's what you need to watch with your candles when you're doing the magic and stuff. Like when you burn the stuff, if it's burning for ages, don't ever put it out. Let it just burn out, because there's a reason it's doing that.
Sometimes there's like 3 different stages to spells as well. I mean, say you want a job, sometimes you've got to go back and realise why you lost your job in the first place, maybe a previous job. So that takes work to maybe work on why you lost your last job. Maybe you need to change your attitude, maybe you need to change the way you do whatever it was you were doing. So you do a spell for that. And then you maybe have to do a spell just to give you a little bit more confidence to go for more job interviews. So that's another spell. And then maybe another spell just to get you the actual job. So some spells is a 3-step process. And
they're not all just one thing.
So we'll let you that kind of way of thinking things as well. But it's amazing trying to figure it all out. It's amazing trying to figure what herb would be best to mix with that herb to burn in your cauldron to get you a quicker outcome. Or it's great. If you love doing things with all the different energies, herbs and oils and things that people have been using for years and years and years, I mean, some of these herbs can make your foods taste amazing. So who's to say it can't make your life amazing?
Exactly. Why would they make something really nice tasting not very good to heal you? You know what I mean? You've got to look at these sort of things.
It's just witches I've knew how to tune into it for years. I don't know how long.
Nothing more energizing than doing
that says at like 15 minutes, guys. That says at 5 past. But yeah, it's amazing. There's lots of different things we will teach you. We will teach you why we have maybe earth, air, fire, and water and spirit on our altars. We'll teach you maybe about why we actually do that.
Yeah.
Because I think we're talking about altars next week, sis, are we not?
What we're doing is we've got a few shows lined up. So the first show, what we're thinking of doing is doing the altars. Now, one of our fam, Evelyn, had said about that she was going into the witch faith and she was wanting to know how to set up an altar. So we're going to show you the prospects of setting your altar up. So Sister Drew is going to show you about the different tools and the different things that are on there, what they're used for, how you put the stuff onto the altar. I'm going to do a video, and we'll talk this on the show as well. But I'm going to also do a video where I show how you bless and cleanse before you put the stuff on an altar and when you put your stuff on an altar, so that you get the opening insight to what you should do before you even consider making your altar, so you have an understanding of that. Then our second show was going to be So we had the altars, and then the second show. I can't remember what the second show was. I know somebody was.
We're not going to do some crystals and things that can
We
help.
was going to
you
talk
when
about
you're setting up.
spiritual tools and how things
Yeah.
are associated, and talk about witches and their different job roles, like what they do.
Yeah, for sure. Because you've got eclectic witches, which is basically alone. You've got your green
There are
witches,
thousands and
like
thousands of
the
different
garden.
witches. We're going to have to do some research because we won't know every single one.
No,
but
of
we'll
course
talk to you
not.
about the most known ones, which are head
I
witch,
still don't really
kitchen
know
witch,
what
sea
are.
witch, electric witch, tech witch, urban witch, all these sort of things like that people are going into. We'll talk to you about.
See,
them.
I would
We'll
say
look
I'm more a
into
mystic
known ones.
witch. I would say I'm more a mystic witch because I do tarot cards and I do oracle reading.
Well, I kind of
And I
jot myself because I
the
do
jazz
tarot cards as well. So I am mystic. So I have got a bit of mystic witch.
Yeah.
But there is one. Well, I think it's either solitary is where you work on your own, and then you've got group witch, which is where you work in a group. You've got
Yeah.
solitary witch, and then there's another name for one where
Eclectic is the one where you've got one card,
eclectic
you
witch,
take a bit from
witch,
each.
which is somebody
It
that's
takes a bit from
open
each
to
of them.
many
Yeah.
different parts of practice, which is what I am, because I use a lot of different things, and I don't even realize I was doing it until I started watching. So yeah, that you don't have to have one specific name like a sea witch or a crystal witch. You could be a crystal neglectic. You could be an neglectic crystal sea witch. Okay.
Yeah.
So you use crystals and do that work, but you could be a sea witch as well. You know what I mean? Like you can be more than one thing.
There's definitely a lot of things that we can discuss, and it's up to you as well to leave us some comments and let the boys
Yes.
know what you'd like
You just
us
reminded me, sis.
talk about.
You've just reminded me. Me and sister wanted you guys, because we're doing this for you, we want you to come up with some categories and topics that you would like me and Sister Drew to cover, to do with like witchcraft. It can be witchcraft, shamanism, because it's all spiritual practices. Even though we are witches and we're talking witches, we are also shaman. So,
Yes.
you know, anybody with a faith, anybody wanting to know about something, just put a topic under this video or come to us privately and just say, I'll be interested in you talking about this. Just let us know. You could go to Chris and Dakota as well and ask them. So put that forward to them as well. Just let us know, guys. We are here to educate you and to show you, but we're also wanting you guys to feel involved and for you guys to do the first step as well. You know, that's the first step on your faith, is you asking out for something for guidance. So you need to do that. That will get you connected.
I think, I mean, I didn't decide I was going to be a witch till I was about 40. I'm actually 49 now. So some of these things, it does take a long time to realise that you've been missing out on something that was part of you all along. So it's an amazing feeling when you do realise that you have now found your calling. Something that you have been searching for all your life that you didn't realise was actually what you were needing.
And another thing is everybody learns, opens and progresses at different levels. Just because somebody else might have done it quicker and you're taking longer, it doesn't mean you're not doing it right, okay? For some people, it happens really quickly. For some people, it takes really, really long. It really does depend on you, your spirituality, and how much you want it. So it will vary. But don't think that it's not working. Just keep. The one thing that's important about this faith is you've got to keep at it.
Yes.
Okay, it's not just going to do it. You've got to keep putting yourself into it.
Yeah. And if you don't think that the one that you're researching is for you, don't get downhearted. Take a little bit from one type of witch to another type of witch and things, and be who you want to be, because
like when we say
not a set witch that you need to follow. Just be yourself.
When we say don't walk away, we mean don't walk away from the faith, full stop. That doesn't mean, like Sister said, you know, that doesn't mean once you got walk into a faith, you stay in that faith. There are so many witches in this world that started out as one thing and have been 7 or 8 different things already. You know what I mean? They're going through their path. As you go on through your magic and your spells, you find more of who you are. So it's not wrong to keep changing and going to the faiths that you're starting to believe in. The one thing that is wrong is taking it on and then trying to walk away.
Yes.
Don't do that. Just give it a little bit of
Especially-
time, like Sis said. Sit down and think about it. Meditate, think on it, sleep on it. Write your problems down on a journal. Visualize that problem. Ask for that help and that protection and that vision. And wrap it up, put it under your pillow, and sleep on it. It will come to light. Believe me, there are many ways. We will learn you some tactics on how to communicate and how to come into that as well, so that
I
you
think
can start
most
getting
of
your
you
vision
here
done.
have already decided that it's a thing that you want to take further or even learn about further. So I actually do look forward to being the ones, me and sister, that you have turned to help, to trust and teaching you. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that you might not realise that witchcraft will help you with, but it really will help you, honestly. It's amazing the different
Witchcraft.
ways it does help.
Witchcraft is an amazing thing and an amazing craft. It's not dangerous, or we're not satanic and evil and bad. And a lot of our ancestors and our loved ones from back then didn't
Guys, we
deserve
asked
to
the
die,
plaques if we're
to
allowed
die
to
in the
do
way
this.
that they did. They were wrongly killed for their faiths, and they're amazing people. Look at us, we're lovely, we give you love every day. That's no different to them. We're just different.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we try our hardest to not take anything that's not already fell from a tree or something. But if we do need to take a bit of bark or something off a tree, we ask the tree if we're allowed to take it. And if we get the feeling that we're not allowed, we don't take it.
They will let you know.
It'll
They will
fall
let you know.
off.
You normally get a feeling. You'll either get a yes or a no, or you'll get a really
it'll
off
fall
feeling,
off.
which would be like no, because you're getting an off feeling. If you're getting a really happy, inviting feeling, it's a yes. Never ever go in and just pick things up and take it. Always ask them. It's
Yeah,
not yours to take. You need to ask. What they give you, you should ask for. And it's the same as when they give you it, you should always give back. Like when I go to woods and places like that, if I take leaves off a tree or I take a twig or anything like that, I'll tie red ribbon onto the tree, because red ribbon is a healing to trees. It's meant to stop trees from feeling pain, because believe it or not, they do feel pain. Okay, so I put a red ribbon, it heals the tree, and it also is another sign to show people that it belongs to a witch. The tree is protected by a witch.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people get scared if they walk through their woods and they'll see a little witchy doll that's made out of grass and things. They'll automatically think, oh no, Blair Witch Project. Do you know we
It's
put
not.
these little dollies and things in the woods because maybe we know there's a little girl spirit there. Maybe we know that tree is hurting, so it's our way of putting a little bit.
That's the thing, though, isn't it, sis?
Things.
When you're
They're
going on
not
about these little straw dolls and that, they automatically put it to things like voodoo and that. And in voodoo, it's just a little toy, or it's an offering to the tree or to nature. It's nothing bad. The thing is, black, white, grey witches, they don't exist really. Yeah, that's just a name that's given to us so that we can kind of stand out to who we are. Okay.
Yeah.
The truth is we're all witches. We use the white and the black magic. It's just the magic works the way that you make it. So it's your intentions. You could use black magic, you could use white magic and still do a good thing. It's all about how you think and what you think at the time. Okay. That is just the fact of it. When people hear about black witches and white witches, they're like, well, white witches are good and black witches are bad. No, black witches are not bad. They are no different to us. The only difference with them is they're prepared to bend rules to get what they want. But they will still give back. They will still give their dedication, and they will still show their love. And they will still do good. You know what I mean? And then you've got those idiots out there that completely bash what we do and make us look bad. They're not witches, in my opinion. They're just people that are wannabes. Real witches, black or white, they're good.
It's all about finding your spirituality and your inner meaning in life and your higher purpose and things. That's what it basically is about, and helping people along the way through the things that we can do naturally that other people maybe struggle with. And why would we not help them when it comes natural to some of us?
You're very welcome, Wayne. We like to be here. We want you guys to be able to understand and to be educated and that. You know what I mean? Like, I know that we say like black, white, and grey witches, but the truth is there is no black, white, and grey witches. A witch is a witch. Okay, we use both elements. You know what I mean? And we use the elements of nature, and you know there is no black, white, or grey witch. We're witches. Full stop.
Maybe we could look at it further
didn't have
next
black
time,
magic.
guys. Maybe we could go into all the different aspects of the different reasons they are called all these.
That's
different
what I
things.
think we need to do. This is what this
Because,
show's about. It's about
yeah,
reaching out
it's
and
quarter
showing
past
people
and we're getting our orders from
each belief.
customer.
Because a lot of people, when they meet black witches, they tag them to being really bad people, and they're not at all. They're no
Definitely
different to
not,
us. They're
guys.
sisters and brothers. They are our sisters and brothers. You know what I mean? So it'd be good to be able to educate you guys about different faiths and why people are named with that. Because to be quite honest, the only reason it is so that we can kind of stand out in what we do. You know what I mean? So
to get the
that's
comments
mainly
in,
the
guys,
reason.
please, at the bottom of the page, once we go off, please actually put them in the comments and me and sister will address them. We will actually start making live
Thank you
streams
for
and
coming
things
in,
around.
guys. Thank you for supporting us. Lots of love, light, and blessings. As Sister said, yes, support us right underneath. Any ideas that you want me and Sister Drew to do on future shows, just write to us or write under this video. You know, please like and leave comments as well, because it does help the guys from Bold and Bonkers as well, and it does help us. So please share that love, and we do hope that we will see you again next Friday, and we hope that you've enjoyed it, and we hope that these spells start to work. I'm feeling the energy. I don't know about you, sis.
Yeah, definitely, guys. And remember, get the questions in, and we are actually an open book. We will start sharing things with us that will help you in your everyday life and things as well. Giving you
We're not
tips
scared to do that.
to help you
We're
connect.
open.
So, thank you for coming, and I hope you all loved everything that you've heard about us and realise we're not as scary as it sounds.
And we hope that you have a lovely, blessed night and a merry parting from myself and Sister Drew. And we'll see you very soon. And lots of love, light, and blessings. And good night. And sleep safely and well. Merry parting, guys.
Hello, angels. How are you? I hope that you enjoyed that. So that was me and Sister Athena the other week doing our first show after the introduction show that we'd done. So obviously we were helping people with health and healing and things like that, and also talking about some really useful facts to do with witchcraft and witches and so on, as you see. Obviously through the stream I was discussing certain little things about how I use certain elements. Please do not try to light up a fire, put your hand in it and do mad stuff like I've done. The reason I done it was to show someone how far I was in my practice and that I do have control of elements, okay, to an extent. Now, it's took me a long time to be able to get to that level. And even sometimes when I still do it, I do get a bit sketchy, but you have to be able to be in that place and know what you're doing. Okay, so I was showing someone what I could do. So I do not recommend that you build up fires and start putting your hands in and see if you can make it go up and down and do whatever. Be safe and work with magic and work with what you do in those elements correctly and safely. You know, maybe I should have maybe not shared that on here, but it is part of magic and it is something that I did what that was magic, and I was just sharing that. It wasn't me sharing it for you to then go and try it yourselves. Obviously, if you're people that already know how to do that and you do that, that's up to you. But if you don't, I wouldn't suggest that you do it. Okay. Thank you. Very, very welcome, Tony. Like, we like to share this, and this is what I'm going to do each week. Every time we've had our broadcast with Bold and Bonker Boys for our Lost Magic show, when the video is sent over to us, I will upload it onto my channel as well as whatever Drew does with her one. And it's the same, obviously. And I'll upload it onto my YouTube, and then I will be doing these premieres. We have had our second show, which was to do with the altars and everything. And this show that's just gone, we were talking to you guys about how you set altars up and all of the different equipment and things like that. My video sadly didn't work, but I will be showing the video that I made for that show after the premiere of the video that me and sister Athena Drew from Drew's Paranormal Vlog did. Also, please support Bold and Bonkers Boys as well, Chris and Dakota, because they are absolutely awesome. You've got other channels like Danny Wolf, which is in the room, which is my pups. He does shamanism. He's very, very well known in the paranormal field. It's been in it over 53 years almost, guys. So please support him. He's also got Chasing Bones Inspectors. Then if you're on to like more of the paranormal as well, you've got things like ODSD, Citizen Z. You've got Lunar Eclipse Paranormal. You've got Shelley. There are just so many different channels. If you're into ufology or anything like that, then you've got our lovely UFO man, Bold and Bonker Boys, which is Chris and Dakota. You've got UFO man, which is our lovely Tim in this room, as you can see at the minute. And he's obviously got his host that goes with him as well, which is Tommy, who's also in the room. Tommy Highway, hello. So please support them. If you're really into UFO stuff and you really want to get the right evidence and talk to people that know what they're doing, then Tim and Tommy are your people. Okay. And then obviously Chris and Dakota. We've got lovely Pamela Nance as well. She's very good in ufology and in paranormal as well. So there's a lot of people, guys, that I support and have got a lot of respect. You've got Chad Smith podcast. He's really interesting, really good for like if you're liking interviews and things like that. You've got lovely Tony. There's just so many of you out there. I can't name you all. So I'd be here for the next God knows how many weeks. But anybody that comes in my room is awesome, guys. So just help and support each other. That's what this community is about. It's about getting the paranormal, the strange and the unknown, whatever that is, out there, and being a support network and being there for each other. We're not judgmental in this community. We're here to be open to everybody. So, and we want you to be open yourselves and be able to be yourselves, and you can in this community, whatever room that is, that if that's mine, Drew's, Pups, whatever, you know, we like you to be open, but be respectful. I love you too as well, Tommy and Tim. I love you all. You're all my angels. So I just wanted to show you that premiere. I'm going to be stopping the stream in a minute because I was just going to do that. Tomorrow, which is later today for me now because it is 5 o'clock in the morning here, we're going to be doing a tribute stream for another family member that we have lost, that I've come to find out. She passed away a couple of months ago, but I was made aware last night. Not really been taking that very well, but I'm trying to carry on. So there will be a tribute stream for her, and I will be also doing the second part of the Bold and Bonkers show, The Lost Magics, which is mine and sister Drew's show. I will be showing the second part to that as a premiere like this one in the week when we get the actual video. And then I will be doing just things like some paranormal and some UFO watching and stuff like that through the week as well. I am trying to get stuff on my channel, upload stuff onto my Patreon pages and put a couple up onto my channel as well. Obviously, with being monetized, you can donate, guys. You can super chat. Donations would be really, really, really appreciated if you can. And so will the super chats, guys. You know, this is going to help my channels. It's going to help my future. It's going to help my future being in another country, doing all of my amazing work that I do here and living my future, I guess. So please, guys, if you want to support, you can, but you don't have to. That is not what it's about here. Yes, Morad did pass away. I found that out a few days ago and done a tribute stream to him. I've been really, really down about Morad passing. Me and Morad was really close, like he was to a lot of people, and that hit pretty bad because it's not that long ago we lost Marie, and now we've lost Morad, and now we've lost somebody else. I might as well just mention her name because I don't think people are going to be aware, but we all normally know that we have lovely Spirit walking with Callie that normally comes in a room and she'll disappear for a couple of months and whatever. Well, I was informed yesterday that Callie had passed away in October, and no posts or anything had been put up to tell anybody that she had passed. And I was informed by a very good friend and somebody that knew her pretty well as well. So it's really sad to know that Callie has gained her wings as well. And, you know, I just hope that she's resting in peace. So tomorrow I do want to do a tribute stream where I do my candles again and things, because she was, again, another family member. She was a sister, very much appreciated and loved in the community. And I do this for all of my guys. You know, you guys are all important and special to me, and it's only right to do that. I feel that has to be done. So, you know, we have lost Spirit walking Callie. So, but apart from that, guys, so we've got a lot of show stuff coming up. I have got a company show coming up as well, which I'm in the middle of trying to get sorted and prepared. I am going to try and bring a few of my guys from my company together to get one of the other shows after that one. Obviously, I'm meant to be going away in a couple of months as well. So the shows will be cut down and I won't be doing as many shows, but I will still be doing the occasional ones and maybe putting some uploads of some places that I might have just gone to look at and stuff like that. But I won't be streaming as much as I normally do because I will be away at that point. So I'm getting ready for that as well. Yes, Tony. It was a shock. But the thing is Callie goes away a lot and you won't hear from her for months. So it's not really unusual for us to not see her. But I hadn't seen her for a while. And she would normally send a message or do something right under one of my videos or something like that. And I'd not heard from her for a while. And I was informed yesterday evening, quite late, that she'd passed. Somebody from the fam had put a video up because they'd found out. So I'm going to be doing a little tribute stream for her tomorrow at, I think it was 6 or 6:30 p.m. UK time. So it'd be really nice if you're there. I have got music for the streams, but I am actually using the YouTube library music now. Apparently you can't get copyrighted or anything for that. So it's not quite what you're used to, guys, but I've got to have some sort of music on my channel because my channel does involve music and things like that for uplifting streams. And when I want to do my spiritual dancing for you, or if I'm doing my exercising and stuff, I want to be able to have music that's not going to get me into trouble or get my channel into trouble. So I was looking online how I could do it, and it come up with YouTube library. So that is what I'm using, only YouTube library, no other sites or anything like that, just that. So a big thank you, guys, for joining for the premiere and for supporting me and Sister Drew for our show, and Bold and Bonker Boys that are the ones that gave us the show. We love you guys. Thank you again. Lots of love, light and blessings. Remember to stay real, be true. Remember that you're loved because I say so. Remember that when you go to sleep, those spirits creep and they're always around you. And remember that we will see you real soon. And stay spooky. Love you all lots, and a merry parting to you all, guys. I'm now just going to do the intro video out and the 30-second countdown. Then it will be the end. And I will see you tomorrow. Love, light and blessings, and a merry parting to you, my darlings. And we'll see you very, very, very soon. Merry parting, angels. Lots of love and light. Thank you for coming in. And we'll see you very, very soon. Blessed be. Hello, and welcome to Paranormal World Investigators Research Division, shortened PWIRD. I'm a practicing white witch and shaman, and I have been investigating for over 20 years. This channel is made to talk about all things paranormal, supernatural, of the occult, demonic information, UFOs, and much more of the strange and the unknown. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell to see more of this channel. And we will see you very soon. Thank you.
Did you know that animals
Blessed be, guys. See you very soon. Love and light, angels, and a merry parting.